Joining me in the room podcast to talk about his highly anticipated amateur Muay Thai debut for No Boundary Fight this Saturday night is Nick Rossi. My man, it's been a while waiting for this moment, man.
Indeed,
Congratulations. Congratulations on taking that step, man. How excited are you to get that first amateur fight under your belt?
it's kind of stressful, but preparing for the fight has been good, and everything's good. I'm feeling amazing for it. Been great.
Well, Nick, it's no secret you've had a ton of amateur experience in the years leading up to this moment, man. It's just that you had to wait until you turned 18 before you could take that official leap, man. Let's talk about the journey here, man. When did you actually start training Muay Thai? You're 18 right now, correct?
Yeah.
When
Yes, I just turned 18.
when did you actually start training Muay Thai?
So I started training early 2013, and then it just stuck with it and never stopped going.
Now, when you first started training, was it just to get a workout? You went to the gym, and you were just like got involved in Muay Thai, and it just expanded from then.
So I was playing football at the time, and I needed a strength and conditioning coach. And I went into the Hard Knocks Muay Thai Everett, and I'd seen these guys in the gym, and I was like, wow, I really want to do that. So I tried one class. After that, I was hooked. And then I quit football and put my head down and just started winning fights. It's been history ever since.
Excellent, my man. Well, you were an athlete before you jumped into that Muay Thai. How quick was that transition? I would imagine muscle memory was there from all that football, but how was that transition when you jumped into Muay Thai and said, hey, I want to do this and maybe for a career time down the line?
Yeah, so it was difficult for about 2-3 years. I was trying to jump between both, and it was kind of difficult. But once Muay Thai started taking off and I started winning fights, I was like, I'm going to have to choose between one or the other. I just picked Muay Thai and started winning. And yeah.
Well, what's some of the biggest tournaments, some of the biggest fights you have won, since you've been on this journey?
So I've won an IKF world title last August, and that was an amazing experience just to get to fight down in Florida. I've also won a lace-up title down in New York, and then a Wisher's kickboxing title I've also done.
Well, most of these shows I've seen you fight at, most smokers I've seen at you, buddy, since, you're 15 or 16 years old out there, brother, man. It's been a grind, dude. You're making this leap now. Has anything changed in your mind? You're a young kid, 18, but now, this is the official debut. It's for No Boundary. It's a big to-do. You're under Hard Knocks Boston. Man, what's this like for a young kid knowing that you got a huge gym waiting for this moment?
Yeah, it's a little bit of pressure and nerves coming into it, but for me, nothing's changing. Going into it same as a good old fight. Fight camp went good, everything. So I'm going into it just as prepared as any fight. Taking it just like any other fight. So, yeah.
Well, as far as when you go into the fight and an opponent, is there any studying of the opponent, or is it your game plan all the time? It's your tempo, and they have to adapt to you.
So I do, yeah. I fight a little bit more Thai style. So I have them try to adapt a little bit more to me, but sometimes that doesn't work. So I kind of sometimes go into their style, but hey, it is what it is. Coming into this opponent, we trained a little bit more brawl, so to say, not more so Thai style, but it is what it is.
So I would imagine a quicker start and, get that motor running right away, man, because,
Yes.
your opponent, Zach Converse, a great, great kid, comes out of a great camp himself. Chip Melrose Pollard is his coach, one of his coaches. Talked very highly of you, how this is a really elevated fight for him. And it's something special because he gets to go against a true Muay Thai fighter in yourself. You get to go against, Zach hasn't been at it as long as you. He's a little more raw around the edges. Does that tempt you to get in the ring and have, someone that's not that traditional style as much as yourself and getting to test the waters in there?
So I think, yeah, that is kind of what I was thinking, but it always comes down to what the coach got to say before the fight and everything like that. I try to keep my own game plan, try to stay a little bit more Thai style. If it comes down to it, if we're gonna swing, we're gonna swing. So
Excellent, my man. Well, seeing you in your past, brother, you are not shy to get in the pocket and swing away. Your knees are lethal. Your kicks, just your mid-range, close range, dude. You have it all in there, man. This time you get to use elbows, brother. This is something new with No Boundary. Your first amateur fight, and you get to use elbows. How much is that? How much does that help your game? Because that's something you do. Repetition with that all the time. So how much does that help you going in there now?
So it's helped a tremendous amount with the combinations and flowing throughout the combinations. We've worked a lot of elbows this camp, and I'm definitely coming in prepared with elbows.
Now, as far as training partners, we know there's nothing but killers in that Boston gym there, man. A lot of fighters coming in and out, MMA guys trying to get the work from the Muay Thai guys. Who's been giving you the most work in this training camp getting ready for this special fight?
So for this camp, I've had one of the other guys that are fighting on this card, Alex Brown, who's giving me a ton of work. Romani is also on the card. And they've been giving me a ton of hard Thai rounds, ton of hard sparring rounds, ton of hard drilling rounds. It's been amazing. Yeah.
Well, as far as, fighting No Boundary, dude, you've been there quite a bit with the family, with, the No Boundary crew, your crew at Hard Knocks Boston, always fighting on the card. Bill Newcomb, a big component of No Boundary. How special is it for you to get that amateur fight and have it done at No Boundary, where so many of your training partners, coaches have fought for and won and excelled there?
I think for me it's really special because I actually been waiting many years to fight on this card. So for me, I'm taking this not so personally, but I'm taking this fight kind of seriously because it's in front of home crowd, in front of everybody, and I want to do good, impress my coaches and everything too.
Well, there are so many coaches behind you, but we know Jake Manini and Bill are the ones. Who else is going to be in your corner, if anyone else, other than Jake and Bill?
Flavio Brito or Julio Pena.
Some two big names right there coming out of Boston Muay Thai, man. Whoa, what a family, and what fighters that you get to represent that have passed down their skills and their minds to you, man. As far as No Boundary, they only have a couple of cards here and there a year. How busy are you looking to stay after this fight? I mean, it's your first amateur fight. You could travel out of state. You could go overseas. You could do anything as far as, what you bring to the table. How busy are you looking to stay?
I'm looking to stay as busy as possible. So we're looking to take this fight, and we're looking right back to go right back in camp right after this. So staying busy, staying right for it.
Excellent, my man. Well, a couple of more questions before I let you give your shout outs. It is Tuesday night, bro. Weigh-ins Friday, fight Saturday. What is left to do as far as preparation and getting ready for this night?
So there is really nothing much. Today was my last hard pad session. Just finished my sauna session. Nothing really much else to do but to relax, get my muscles right, and get the weight down, and we'll be good. Ready to kick it on Saturday.
Excellent, my man. Well, with that said, what do we expect to see from Nick Rossi on his highly anticipated amateur Muay Thai debut?
You're gonna see fireworks. You're gonna see very good Thai style. You're gonna see, it's gonna be a good fight.
Excellent, my man. Well, No Boundary, Hard Knocks Boston, and families and friends have been waiting years for this moment, brother. So all the power to you. Congratulations on taking that step. And dude, shout outs, social media, any sponsors, anything you want to say, I'll let you throw it out there, and we'll see you. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna shout out Jake Manini. Thank you for taking me through this fight camp. I know you can't be there, but it's all good. You gotta do what you gotta do. I would also like to shout out Alex Brown. You're gonna do amazing on the fight. Romani also. Yeah, we're doing good. Also to my trainers, Bill Newcomb and everybody else, thank you for the amazing work this fight camp.
Excellent, my man. Well, I'll see you ringside, bro. We'll get a
Yes.
word afterwards, man. It's going to be fireworks there, and I'm so glad that I get to witness that first fight for you, man. So with that said, Nick, thank you so much for giving me the time fight week, and, have a ball Saturday night.
Yeah, thank you. I will.
All right.